Hello, and here we are in my Hobonichi weeks that I am using as a teacher planner this year. And I thought I would just take some time on my own to set up the monthlies. So I have my computer out and I have the district school calendar, and I just thought, let's just decorate the month. And we're just going to do it based on the color purple. I have a lot of washi that has purple in it, so I thought that'll be nice and simple. So we're going to go through and just label the months. I know it's already labeled at the top, but why not give it a little extra, right? Just a little bit. And then that's one less thing I have to do during the school year. Not that I have to decorate, but it's already done. One thing that, as I researched about the Hobo weeks, that people said was like, if you put washi in certain spots and you always put it in the same spot, that it'll cause kind of an awkward bump in your planner. So I tried to move the washi around as I placed it so that things wouldn't always be in the exact same spot. I will say the other thing I was doing, I was actually planning with me while watching Plan With Me's, which I think doesn't actually happen very often. There's a loop group by Creatively Lisa Marie that happens on Wednesdays, and a lot of times during the school year I can't get through all of the videos in one day. It takes maybe a week, depending on how many people are in the loop. So I was like, you know what, we're going to put the loop group on, we're going to decorate, we're just going to film downstairs. The puppy dogs got some snuggles. Life was good. Now, there is washi obviously with other colors in it, but all of the washi that I'm using has purple somewhere in it. That's kind of how I decided to theme it out. I just kind of looked through my washi and I was like, oh, it seems to be a theme of purple. And I don't use washi a ton. I've been using it more than typically, but I was like, let's bust some of this washi out. Some of it is really old Happy Planner washi. A lot of it is Exo Mama Plans washi. So I'll link Exo Mama Plans in the description below. Now, this is a spring start planner, so it actually ends in April of next year. Now, I do plan on redating the earlier months, but I just chose not to do that today. I was like, you know what? July to April, that is good enough for now. That'll give us an idea of, is this planner working for me? You know what I mean? And that's really what I'm trying to do, is set myself up for teacher planner success this year. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to write in kind of the district dates. And I'm using pencil because I've heard lots of things about what to write on this style of paper. And I was like, you know what, we're just going to use pencil for right now, and then we can go back in with pen later. So these are all of the important dates, like the start of school, when the first quarter ends, when the breaks are. That's all I'm doing here. And I have a quote-unquote pencil board-ish thing upstairs, but I forgot to bring it downstairs with me, so I'm just using a photo. Actually, it's our Christmas card from this year, which is pretty funny, but I had one downstairs. I'm like, I'll just use this, it's fine. This is one of those moments where it was really fun to have the other planner videos on while I was doing this kind of setup, because this is kind of that minutia of teaching. Like, these are all things that happen every year. Winter break happens every year. The quarters when they end and like things like that. So it's not very exciting to plan out. I did use a mild liner to mark off winter break. I figured I've seen other people use these kind of highlighters in these planners, so I was like, I think I'm good. I think I can do this one. Which, by the way, I am loving how my winter break is setting up this year. I always love that we have a few days after New Year's to just kind of decompress. That's my favorite. I am not a fan of the years where it's like, Happy New Year, go back to school in 2 days. Just not my thing. Now, here's a question for you. My school district does make up snow days. We do have the opportunity to use 3 asynchronous virtual days, but we also still have built-in snow days where if we don't need them, they become days off. If we do need them, they become in-school days. What does your schools do? And I know not everybody who watches this are teachers, but I'm sure many of you know what your schools do around you. It's always interesting to me because I know, like in Michigan, or at least some schools in Michigan, they've already tacked them on to the end, a certain amount. So I have a friend who taught with me here in Indiana and then moved back to Michigan, but she grew up in Michigan, so she was like, I don't understand built-in snow days like the way you guys do it in Indiana. It's like, well, it's Indiana, it's fine. I feel like everybody does something a little different. So that's going to do it, my friends, for this plan with me. I hope you come along on this journey with me and keep me accountable on using a task manager planner for my teaching. And if you could give me some ideas, there's a page at the beginning, it's the perpetual calendar, on how to use this as a tracker. That would be great. I know I kind of want to track outdoor things, like getting outside during the school day, but I just don't know how. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.